Welcome back, everyone, to Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Rita, and this is Aaron. Tonight we're going to be reviewing, thanks to Johnny Stix, something called the Liga Privada Papa Fritas. That's got a cool footband with the little thingy on it. Reminds me of the Drew Estate Undercrowns.
Papa Fritas.
Are these made by Drew Estate?
Yes, they are.
So they're using the Drew Estate.
That's why it's right there.
I didn't even check. I just assumed because, look, it's the same logo as used on the Undercrowns.
Yes, I know that.
So these Undercrowns are somewhere?
No, they're Liga Privadas. These are made with cuttings and, let's see, bits and pieces. A broadleaf Kappa with grade A1 filler tobacco trimmings from the production of their Liga Privada blends. So it's a mix of, I think there's two different Liga Privadas. So.
I'm not going to look it up. Do you?
No, I'm just going offhand, off the top of my head. We did use our new V cutter on these.
Thanks to Johnny
It seemed like the
Stix.
perfect one to really break it in with. And they fit very nicely in there. I smell off the band here kind of rich earthy notes and something like bourbon or scotch. It's a definite alcohol smell. Somewhat sweet.
It's a sweet bourbon, in my opinion, but then again, you know, that's how I see things. The band is easy to get off. You know, it's got a cool little foot wrapper. These are the type of cigars you want to have with you on trips, like on the train.
And we just had dinner, so the other smoke we had before, the San Cristobal, and we didn't really want a full one after, and so we just decided that this would be a good time to go ahead and sample these because, well, they're pretty small. They are 115 millimeters by 44. I think that's what you call like a 3.5 or a 4 inch. I think they're about a 4
inch
because I think nubs are about this size.
Yes.
So, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up.
I just want to say again, thanks to you, Johnny Stix, for allowing us to review some of these wonderful cigars he provided us. Thank you.
And we're starting these at 7 o'clock on the dot. About the fun, I'm noticing cocoa and coffee.
Let me see. Yeah, cocoa and more likely espresso in this one. I do want to say, I think these are the size of cigars that Kurt Russell was smoking on the set of Tombstone. Remember he said, here's a coin. He'll take one of the cigars, and said he ended up getting 3.
I thought those were cheroots, which are smaller than this.
I don't know. I haven't watched Tombstone.
They're about this long, but they're about half the size. And they say right on the back of the pack, these aren't very pretty cigars, but I actually think that they are. There's a few little knobs in it, but I don't see any seams. I don't see really any of the veins from the leaves. There's really no stretching on it. This is actually a pretty nicely constructed cigar from what I'm seeing. So I think they sell themselves a bit short. Maybe they have very high standards for these, though.
Well,
they are set. A full Liga Privada is $17 at our local smoke shop.
Have you tried one yet?
No, I have not.
Will this maybe sell you on buying one?
Maybe. Remember the fire-cured Muwat, the tiny one I tried of that. So
that was really good. We tried those.
And I think the tiny one was a better flavor.
That's the one that you got us for
the
Christmas,
hickory
right?
smoked, yeah.
Tasted like Perit bomb, and I enjoyed it, you know. I do want to say to you people out there, another cigar, and I'm not hinting at send us cigars, you know, but if you want to donate, it's fine. Another one that I want to try that's heavy in Perique is the Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually made with pipe tobacco Perique, and I want to try that. It's had my eye since we started smoking cigars, and I keep forgetting to try it.
And they don't have it there in Evergreen, do they?
No.
Hey, Mike, if you're watching this, bring in the Spectre, would you?
Who made that? AJ Fernandez, I think? Yeah, I think it was AJ Fernandez.
Let's...
I believe.
He also made a pipe tobacco. Okay, cigar, yep. AJ Fernandez, you were right. And they only come in a box of 10.
Yep, I can tell you that.
Tortos.
They're between $45 and $60. By the way, look up what this little pop of Fritas are per 10.
Okay.
What should they say on the back? It's named for French fries. They'd be under Drew Estate, I believe.
That's what I was saying. Okay.
Liga Privada Papa Fritas. There's even a video for it on there, on CI.
We'll have to watch it after we...
Yeah, and there was the T52 and the T9. A tin of 4 is $25. So these work out to about $7 or $8 a stick. That's rather classy for our blood. So thank you, Johnny Stix.
There is a difference for those. Did you notice? Oh, those ones are curly. Got a little tip at the end. Oh,
so did ours.
Mm-hmm.
Or even better, if you didn't see, you can see them there.
Ah, yes. So.
And in case you didn't see.
What did you see it? You said thank you.
I said thank you, Johnny Stix. These are awesome. They're probably something we would not have afforded at all. So
just so you know, for you subscribers out there, I was looking at the half Coronas by Obsidian a while ago to purchase because I thought those little tins were just really cool. We had, I think it was a tin of 5 of those Obsidians. And Obsidians, if you didn't know, is also a AJ Fernandez cigar.
One of its lesser lines, in my opinion. I like the white noise a lot, but the regular Obsidian I was not a fan of. And you didn't even like the white noise. And the white noise had a lot of humidification issues. It really needed a lot of dry boxing.
Right there is a brick of 25 is $44.85.
However, their little ones, the 5-pack in a tin, do they even have them there? Yeah, $18, the mini Coronas.
Yeah, and then
those are actually pretty decent. We haven't tried the Obsidian White Noise mini Coronas, but we should someday. And those tins would make perfect fly fishing kits for putting your flies in. I keep meaning to convert ours. This would not work, the Liga Privada tin. Anyways, we'll get back to you in the middle half of this. And so far, I'm picking up the same thing, chocolate and espresso.
Exactly. I'm doing the same, so.
It's a nice marriage. It's a heavier smoke, and it seems to be very good for an after dinner.
Exactly. So, stay tuned. Welcome back to part 2, or the halfway point of this Papa Fritas.
Liga Privada.
I want to say, if anyone is going through our channel, and they go to, you know, the video section of our video and see we liked the video, it was just something Aaron thought was cool, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because it's on our channel.
It wasn't necessary. Anyways, we are at 30 minutes in, and given that they're smaller than the case, you can see this is half the size of the case, so we're not even yet quite halfway. We are at least halfway to where we nub it, though. So I'm thinking this is going to come out an hour smoke. And one thing I found is interesting is during our little intermission here, Rita decided to watch the Cigar International, was it, or Cigar.com?
Cigar International.
They had like a 30-second review of it. And the guy said the biggest drawback to these is they're too short. Well, we've seen people who smoked them now in like 25 minutes. And, you know, I think that's smoking too fast. These cigars can easily be an hour cigar, and I've had Robustos that are an hour cigar. Heck, I've had Churchills that are an hour cigar. So, I don't think these are all that slow of a smoke. As for the flavors, it's kind of lost some of that sweetness in it. The cocoa, primarily, and the coffee flavors have kind of become more, in my opinion, like a dark roast. Very full.
I have to agree with the cocoa tapering off.
It's still kind of a medium-bodied smoke, not even getting into the full body, though, with a nice, good, rich flavor to it, though. Let's see, anything else I have to say about this? I am picking up some of that bourbon flavor now, though, or Scotch flavor. Whatever the alcohol was, it's kind of seeping in just a little bit, and particularly in the finish, I'm kind of picking it up briefly. But the main flavors are definitely a full bodied coffee.
I agree. I said espresso myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. It tastes like a full espresso, and in my opinion, it's pretty damn good.
Nice amounts of smoke. Very pleasant burn to this point, but a little less exciting than I was expecting. It's just very, very standard, very straightforward, very few changes, and the few changes are just barely noticeable. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes when we get to the final third.
Yep. Welcome back to the final third of this
Liga Privada Papa Fritas. Or as I heard on CI, Papas Fritas, which doesn't sound right. I believe the S is more silent. It's like Papa Fritas. But anyways, enough of that. As for the flavors, I'm still picking up some slight hints of cocoa, some slight nuttiness, but mostly dark roasted coffee. There's another flavor in there that I'm not sure about. It's kind of bitter on the back of the mouth, probably just more of that coffee flavor. We're approaching 1 hour on this, so it's a nice lengthy smoke for the size that you get, which is like 4x44. I mean, I'd expect this to be a 45-minute or less smoke, and so I gotta say it's pretty long burning for the size. Rita, your thoughts on flavor?
Yeah, I pick up the cocoa. The coffee is lightly tapered, and then the nuts came in. So, in my opinion, this cigar is a miniature complex bomb. In my opinion, flavor complex bomb, because you know it's complex.
As I say though, it's mostly coffee flavor, so I don't think it's all that complex. But
to each their own on the palate.
Yeah, I suppose so. As for the price, roughly $6 a stick, but you have to buy 4 of them, so that makes 24. This is probably pretty decent price for these cigars. They're rolled very nicely. They burn very nicely. I've had a few issues with it wanting to tunnel because it wants to be smoked faster than I want to smoke it. But the finish is very nice on this. If this is an idea, though, of how the Liga Privadas are, though, I wouldn't want to pay the $19 a stick for the Liga Privadas at my local shop.
No offense, Mike.
Because a full stick of this just wouldn't be that exciting to me. But I might do it eventually for a review anyways.
I would, just because maybe May or June, because of the size, and you can compare flavors.
I guess I'm a little disappointed because I noticed, particularly with some of the cigar groups I'm involved with and stuff on Facebook, more Linger, a lot of people seem to hold the Liga Privada as the cigar to have. A lot of the wealthier smokers smoke these pretty much
I had a
predominantly.
friend of mine who owns a cigar shop who was going to send me a box of these Liga Privadas, but he bailed out.
Even my smoking friends on Facebook, they seem to stick very heavily to the Liga Privadas.
Yeah, one of my friends is too, but then again, as I'm going to say about my friend, his name's Bud, he prefers nothing but Drew Estates, whereas other people like me, I prefer all of it. Aaron prefers Camacho.
I mean, to me, the Kentucky Fire Cured Mawat, which is cheaper, has much more to offer in flavor and complexity and uniqueness. And this is just kind of a bland flavor, straight, almost pure black coffee.
I do want to say, because this is a cigar that lasts an hour, that these would be the cigars. These little tins here would be a good cigar to have with your morning coffee.
Oh, yes. And I could actually see myself buying a tin of these just to keep in my pocket when I'm out and about. And if I feel like a smoke, at least I know I probably got an hour to burn one. I'd light one up. These would make great travel smokes.
I was going to say those little obsidians we have makes great travels too.
Yep, those too. And those are cheaper. They're $18 for 5. So.
Or you pay $50 and get a brick at 25, 5 tins. And that would be perfect for like walking, from, let's just say, from my consultation to the hotel. These would be perfect size,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you don't have to.
So, overall, for the size and the length of burn and the money, the $6 roughly price tag per stick, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a good 9 easily. I can't give it much higher because it's just not unique enough. And out of all cigars I've smoked, or against all cigars, I got to go with about an 8 on this. It's just not screaming, this is something unique and great and wonderful. But it's unique enough that it's on the higher end, is what I would say. So I'd give it a solid 8 for, against all cigars, and a solid 9 for price. And I'd recommend trying.
I'm going to say I'm going to give this a solid 9 just because of the price, like Aaron. But for overall, because the flavors and the size and how long it burns, I'm going to give it a 7 for 2 reasons. One is because of the size, which I don't care because, well, we're reviewing this for Johnny Stix.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you again. And 2 is because, like I said, these little sticks are, and I don't like the little shorties that we got from Victor St. Clair, the 55s. But these, I would say, in my opinion, if you're, like, say, walking from one place to another, 1.5 to 2 miles, these are a convenience factor for size. So that is why I'm giving it a 7 across the board. 9 for price, 7 across the board for everything else. Oh. And just so you know, I do highly recommend these. These are very flavorful. However, as Aaron said, and I will have to agree with him, the small Kentucky Fried Moonwalks that we had for, I think it was Christmas time, that he gave us, both, is a lot more flavorful, but then again, it's got Kentucky Fire Cured and it's got Perique from
Well, it tastes like it's got Perique. It's smoke flavor, though. The one other thing I'll say about these little ones is that they wouldn't pair very good with most wines. They're too rich and coffee flavored. This would definitely need a cup of coffee, preferably probably black coffee. No cream or anything like that. Yeah, anyways, there you have it. That's our review of these, and definitely recommend them.
I do want to say I'm looking up something. Let's see. The Nortinos, the Nightcrawlers, here we go. Kentucky Friars, Deltinos. It says here in this website that they use Perique in it.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, definitely going to go ahead and say if you need something short to travel with and you're looking for something to put in your pocket, these are superb. Definitely going to go ahead and give them a decent rating here. And, you know, very beautiful box too. So,
please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion.
And enjoy every puff.
And may God bless the world.